Hello, good morning, namaskar. Today I am going to discuss about grand generalization. What is grand generalization? Who implemented this theory? And what is utility or use of grand generalization in homeopathic practice? So first we see what is grand generalization. Grand generalization indicates particular to the level of generals, particular to generals. It is called the doctrine of grand generalization. It is the patient who is sick, not his head or his eyes, nor his heart. Means a patient express any symptoms means his or her whole economy is disturbed, not a single part. Every symptoms that refers to a part may be predicated by or predicated of the whole man or indication of whole man. They are the concomitants of disease symptoms. Generalization in psychology, the tendency to respond in the same way to different but similar stimuli. Generalization in psychology, the tendency to respond in the same way to different but similar stimuli. For example, a child who is scared by a man with a beard may fall to discriminate between beard men and generalize that all men with beards are to be feared. So lot of example in psychology available on the generalization like a dog theory or a monkey theory. Grand generalization, also known as doctrine of analogy. Grand generalization, also known as doctrine of analogy. This theory, given by or implemented by Dr. Boning Hussain in Therapeutic Pocketbook. Theory of analogy. Boning Hussain's analytical mind come to conclusion that to complete the symptoms, the local modalities and sensation pertaining to one part should also be applied to other part. Theory of analogy, Boning Hussain's analytical mind come to conclusion that to complete the symptoms, the local modalities and sensation pertaining to one part should also be applied to other parts. Thus, he raised local symptoms to a general level, which could be used for whole person or a person as a whole, not particular part or organ. This principle is also called doctrine of grand generalization. So, doctrine of analogy or doctrine of grand generalization is similar. He considered sickness an expression of whole man and not the part. Sickness is expressed through different parts of a person. Thus, all the modalities which are noticed in one part but missing in any other part should be taken as expression of whole person. He approach, his approach solved many difficulties encountered in completing the symptoms, and for a long time a majority of physicians followed his. In repertorization, two types of theory generally prevail. One is Boning-Hussain theory and other is Kent's theory. Kent's give importance to general to particulars, mental, physical and particulars. In Boning-Hussain theory, particular to general. So Boning-Hussain theory is for formation of a general symptoms, he collect different particular symptoms which has similar modality or site. So local to particular, the particular to general is Boning-Hussain theory. In generalization, he included location, sensation, modality, concomitant. So this is very important theory for repertorization, and this is used by a large number of practitioners or physicians in homeopathic profession. Thank you. If you have any doubt, you send me